Hi, my name is Patrick Reagan. In Windows 10 and 11 Control Panel Network Settings, we will open the Control Panel to configure networking, including using the Network and Sharing Center and network connections. It also covers advanced sharing settings and media streaming options. As always, stick around for the practice questions at the end to test your knowledge and help you prepare for the A+ exam. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to click the like button, and if you have not already, subscribe to the Pat Has Your Back channel for more tech training content and technical know-how. To open Control Panel Network and Sharing Center, you can perform one of the following. From Control Panel icon view, double-click the Network and Sharing Center applet. From the Control Panel category view, click Network and Internet, Network and Sharing Center. Also from the Control Panel category view, you can click View Status and Task. In Windows 10, but not Windows 11, open Windows Settings, Network and Internet, Status or Ethernet, Networking and Sharing Center. Network and Sharing Center allows you to connect to a network, create a new network, troubleshoot your connections, and configure your network or network adapter card settings. It also allows you to open adapter settings, advanced sharing settings, and media streaming settings. Network connections can be opened from the Control Panel, Networking and Sharing Center, Change Adapter Settings. Or, in Windows 10, Windows Settings, Change Adapter Options. If you right-click a network connection or adapter, you can enable or disable the connection, connect or disconnect if it is a wireless connection, check the status, diagnose the connection, create a shortcut for the connection, rename the connection, and open the properties. The Configure button opens the adapter properties. These properties are also available from Device Manager. Under Windows 11, you can also access these options under Settings, Network and Internet, Advanced Network Settings, and clicking the More Adapter options. Speed and Duplex allows you to select the desired speed, such as 10 megabits per second, 100 megabits per second, or 1 gigabits per second, and Duplex, which is either half duplex or full duplex. Half duplex communications transmits data in both directions, but not at the same time. Full duplex transmits data in both directions at the same time. The default settings is usually auto negotiation. Jumbo frames increases the standard Ethernet frame size of 1,514 bytes, such as 4,088, 9,014, or 16,128 bytes. The larger sizes can increase throughput and decrease CPU utilization. To use the larger sizes, all devices across the network must have the same settings. Furthermore, the jumbo frame's functionality may not work well across different vendors. The receive buffer size, or system memory, is used by the adapters for receive packets, which can be increased to help improve the performance of outgoing network traffic, but it consumes system memory. The transmit buffer size of system memory is by the adapter for sending packets, which can be increased to help improve the performance of outgoing network traffic, but it consumes system memory. For wireless adapters, you also find various options specific to wireless settings, such as which 802.11 mode to use, channel width, and so forth. It should be noted that you rarely need to use the advanced options. Usually you'll use these options if you're following support advice or instructions to troubleshoot an issue. For more information about advanced adapter settings, which mostly used with servers, visit the site shown on the screen. Client for Microsoft Network allows you to access resources in a Microsoft network, including Microsoft shared folders and printers. File and printing sharing for Microsoft Network allows your computer to share files and printers in a Microsoft network. Client for Microsoft Networks and file and printer sharing for Microsoft Networks are not needed if you don't have a network, are not communicating with any other Microsoft computers, or accessing SMB shared folders and printers. It's also not needed for your internet connection and browsing. Most users will not have a reason to enable or disable or configure these options. QoS packet scheduling is used with quality of service that includes the rate of flow and prioritization services. Microsoft LLDP protocol driver, link layer topology discovery responder, and mapper IO drivers are used for discovery of devices on your network. Most users will not have a reason to enable or disable or configure these options. Internet Protocol version 4, or TCP IPv4, properties is used to configure IP version 4 configuration. Internet Protocol version 6, or TCP IPv6, properties is used to configure IP version 6 configuration. Just click one of these options and click the Properties button, or double-click these options to open the Properties dialog box. For IP version 4, you have 4 octets or 32-bit address, and IP version 6 uses a 128-bit address. The IP address is a unique logical address assigned to the host. The subnet mask specifies which bits of the IP address is network bits and which bits are host bits. The default gateway is the IP address of the nearest router, which allows communications with other networks. The DNS servers are IP addresses of DNS servers, which provide name resolution to IP address. If you click the Advanced button, you can open the Advanced TCP/IP settings. Most users will never need to see or use the Advanced TCP/IP settings. On the IP Settings tab, IP Addresses sections allows you to add more than one IP address to an adapter. Default gateway sections allow you to add a second gateway. While you can add a second gateway, it's best to use the route command or similar command to configure routes to other routers that the computer can talk to locally. The DNS tab allows you to configure DNS, including adding more than 2 DNS servers. You can also specify different DNS suffixes. DNS suffixes are added to your computer names where you try to connect to a computer by name. For example, if you try to connect to PC1, it will try to connect to pc1.corporate.domain.com and pc1.domain.com when resolving the IP address for PC1. In enterprise networks, administrators can specify more than 2 DNS servers. You can specify DNS suffix and can specify DNS suffix with DHCP scopes. The WINS addresses specifies WINS servers, which is used with NetBIOS computer name resolution. WINS is a legacy protocol that is used for name resolution, which is not used anymore. In Windows 10, when you click Advanced Sharing Settings, the Control Panel Advanced Sharing Settings page opens, which allows you to all networks, turn on or off public folder sharing, enable password protected sharing, and configure file sharing encryption. Private, public, or domain networks, turn on or off network discovery, and turn on or off file and printer sharing. In Windows 11, the Advanced Sharing Setting options will open Windows Settings Advanced Sharing Settings page. Digital Living Network Alliance, or DLNA, is a set of interoperability standards for sharing home digital media among multimedia devices. By enabling media streaming, you turn your Windows 10 or 11 computer into a DLNA server, which allows you to stream movies and other media to DLNA players, which includes Windows Media Player. To enable media streaming, click Turn on Media Streaming button. The media streaming runs from the Windows Media Player Network Sharing Services service. Question: where is Network and Sharing Center found? Answer: Control Panel. Question: you have a computer running Windows 10. You want to use jumbo frames. What option would you use to use jumbo frames? Answer: Network Adapter Properties dialog box. Question: true or false? You can specify more than 2 DNS servers in Windows 10 and 11. Answer: true. Question: in Windows 10 and 11, how do I install or enable a DLNA server? Answer: enable media streaming in Network and Sharing Center. Question: where would you specify DNS suffixes when connecting to computers and devices? Answer: advanced TCP/IP settings. For more information, visit these sites. In summary, Network and Sharing Center allows you to connect to a network, create a new network, troubleshoot your connections, and configure your network or network adapter card settings. On the IP Settings tab in Advanced TCP/IP Settings, IP Addresses section allows you to add more than one IP address to an adapter. In the DNS tab in Advanced TCP/IP Settings, DNS, you can configure the DNS suffixes. By enabling media streaming, you turn your Windows 10 or 11 computer into a DLNA server, which allows you to stream movies and other media to DLNA players, which includes Windows Media Player. Thank you for watching this video. The next video will be Configuring Windows, Part 4, Windows 11 Advanced Network Settings. If you like this video, click the like button, and if you have not already, subscribe to the Pat Hatcher Back channel. Thank you.